first ever LaGouch Cup Series race. This isn't the actual race. This is just we're going to get practice here. Sorry I didn't do the introduction video. Didn't really know how to go about that, but I guess we're here now. Frames are not looking good with Bandicam here. And check this out. We got ourselves a ticker, T-I-T. That began with a T in YouTube. All right. So yeah, we're also presented all races this year will be covered on Speed Channel. So thank you, Speed Channel, for broadcasting this. And yeah, we're gonna get started for the Daytona 500, and hope you guys enjoy. All right, so we're getting ready to go for the very first race of LaGouch Cup history here at Daytona for the Daytona 500. Not only if you win, you're winning the Daytona 500, but it's the first ever race. And today, joining me in the booth, we finally got somebody else joining us here, is my good buddy John. Hey,
Drivers,
John.
start
I'm doing good, man.
All right, well, we're just giving the command, so we're going to start up shortly. As John, welcome to the booth. And as I know, you basically have no known or prior history of NASCAR or motorsport of any kind, basically. Right?
Nope, nothing.
Well, it's, you know, a video game's a way to be introduced to a sport, but we're gonna get going here. 50 laps. It's gonna be a decently long race here that we got for you, and not very good frame wise for you either, but that's okay. It's just gonna be how it's gonna be. Oh well. So the 4-car Mick Morgan, I guess the audience will also be introduced at the same time to the drivers as I guess everyone else is. I want to keep going green here for the very first race of the LaGouch Cup. The Daytona 500 is underway. Immediately starting here, Stan Schneider looked like he was maybe trying to go. I guess he is. 3 wide for third back there, and I guess now fourth as Stan Schneider's been able to break away on down there on the inside. Down the back straight away now. It's Gabe Newell and Stan Schneider side by side. Gabe Newell's going to be on the high side. They've already gotten 3 wide there. Maybe somewhat of a risky thing to do. Jim Ball's there in the 92. That's a recurring character if you're not new to the Captain Hank universe, I guess. I don't know. It looked like for a second they'd be 3 wide for second there. Is Sean Von Spiegler.
The CHCU.
Anyways, Sean.
Yeah, Captain Hank Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I guess that works. Anyway, Sean Von Spiegler in the 49 went to the inside. He's gonna stay behind the 4-car. That's about how many frames we're getting. Really wish it just wasn't this bad. As the Sean Von Spiegler now going to the inside and maybe looking to pass the 4. No, his 17 there is going to leave him. It's not going to hurt him too much. It's Vinny Toya in the 12, followed by John Luther. They're going to manage to push him to the lead, but now Vinny Toya on the inside. As 17 was, I think it was on the wall there for a second there. Not sure how that happened. Outside line, he might fall back a bit. And I do believe that's what's going to happen. Alright, so what are the lap times? 44s. So we can do, I'll say 12 laps per recording, but since we did the pace lap, do it at 10. Tell you what, I'll just do F12 if 12 is every. Well, no, yeah, no, I'll just do it every 10 laps. is Ricky Gamar Jr. in the 21, making a pass for the lead on David Boucher. He didn't hold it too long, and he's already going to hold the outside line. Inside line definitely seems to be the place to be. He's just got so much more speed in the turns. And we'll see how the drivers are able to navigate, though. And leading early in a super speedway race definitely is not the most favorable position as C40 for a team event like MLSS. Subscriber, by the way, MLSS. Thank you for subscribing. He jumped down there to the inside, managed to get by the 62 and the 88. I just can't read these frames. It's watching a Google slideshow. Microsoft PowerPoint. Is now Jeff Mandela going to take second place as the 29 takes third. And the 88 to the inside. They're going to get by Ricky Damarv. Although I do believe Damarv was able to lead that lap. Yes, he did. As now Jeff Mandela is going to lead out of two. Well, I mean, yeah, onto the back straightaway. John, any thoughts on the race so far? You haven't really talked much.
So far, it's one of the best NASCAR races I've ever seen.
And by that you mean the only NASCAR race you've seen. I see what you're doing.
Exactly.
Alright, so... Well, I don't know why you said one of, then, but,
Yeah, I meant to say the best, whatever.
Is Mick Morgan...
Well, I'm expecting to see better ones, you know?
Well, it's the Daytona 500, which I hope to see more.
I meant coming from the LaGouch Cup. That's what it meant.
Yeah. Well, it's the Daytona 500, man. It's maybe the best race of the year. Who knows? Has been a little calm there, but it's
true.
We're only 7 laps in. It's not very smart to be pushing it now.
Yeah, it's best to wait until the end.
Mick Morgan has taken back the lead, though, and is followed by the 74 of William Moore. And now Kevin Gordon and the 24, he's going to take a pass for second. And yes, I know the front of the car is not blue. You don't have to scream. But you know, you could type it in the comment box. But that would require someone to comment. So even if you just comment, hey, can you change the 24 to where it looks not terrible, I might do it. But again, that requires someone to comment, so that might not happen. But it could. Anyways, he's going to go for a pass on his teammate there on that superior inside line. And he's going to keep it as Mick Morgan's able to somewhat stay. He's not letting him get clear, but he definitely is clear of him now. We got down to what, 1.5 there. With the 24.
Yeah, the frames are really bad.
Yeah, Bandicam's a parasite. Now Kevin Gordon being pushed down as looks to be Jimmy Jimball's on the inside line. Maybe going to try and didn't have enough speed. There's 3 wide for 4th here. Mick Morgan on that outside. He's going to get the worst of that. David Boucher in the 9 car. And going to squeak by for 4th. Jimmy Jimball's and Tony Ogle are now battling for 2nd place. Jimmy Jimballs manages to get by the 11. So does the 9 car. We're going to get close to the 24. Is Doug Spoon leading that inside line, but no, he's going to drop down in the middle. It's Nas leading that inside line now. As Jimmy Jimballs known, Kevin Gordon manages to stay in front. And, oh yeah, 12 of 12 thing. Let me do that right when we get to the line. Alright. And John, did you notice how the frames immediately shot back up right when I pressed that? Very funny.
Yeah.
That's just just how it is. So yeah, sorry for that momentary lapse of viewability. As now Tony Ogle to the inside. Jimmy Jim Balls are going to battle yet again for that second spot, but this time it's Jimmy Jim Balls on the defending end, and seems Tony Ogle's getting that pretty handedly as well as Nas Nas. And at 16, also Nas Nas, YouTube subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. As now Tony Ogle, he's got a quarter panel, and now they're side by side for the lead. Seems Tony Ogle's going to manage to get there. He'll become the new leader of the race. But he's got the 28.
Number 11, sponsored by U-Haul, moving up to first place.
Well, they don't sponsor the channel.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be a pun.
I mean, it's good. It's good. He's got Smith Johnson in the 28 behind him.
That's how long I've been waiting to use that one.
Well, most of the cars are sponsored by beer. I've actually noticed when I was painting these cars.
Well, I mean, it's basically the rule of NASCAR. If you're not drunk at a NASCAR race, you're not at a NASCAR race.
Kinda, but you're not entirely wrong. I mean, personally, I go to them sober, but the 28 now jumps to the inside.
Well, unless you're underage, then you're still normal at a NASCAR race. But if someone is over the age of 21 and they're at a NASCAR race sober, there's something wrong with them.
Okay, I mean, maybe if they don't, if they have just one beer, I think they've checked it off the list. I think you can have at least one beer.
Yeah.
Oh, the 28 going for a very aggressive block there. Almost gets tagged by the 9. And he thought better of it, and he's going to jump back to the outside. That'll let David Duche manage to get out to the lead. Just side by side, McMorgan pushing him. He's clear of him by a decent little bit here. I think, well, no, it's 28. Getting a lot more speed down that back straightaway. But now into the corner. Out of 4, it's going to be the 9. I think he has the 28 cleared. Or maybe not. Still just right on his outside. But I think now, well, no, it's just these straightaways. The 28 seems really fast down the straights. As the 9 is really fast in the corners. I got the frames. We at least got up to, you know, we've gone from like being in, well, 4 territory to up to 7 sometimes. As the 28 and the 9 just keeping it side by side. Not one person seems to be getting the advantage over the other. Someone's got to make a move here and behind them, either Tony Ogle or Mick Morgan. And Mick Morgan does look like he may have been trying to do something. Maybe going to try and take a 3 wide. But just probably doesn't have enough confidence that someone will back him up there. Through, so it's just going to be these 2 going for at least this next little bit here.
You smell weird.
What?
Sorry, I was talking to myself. I got a new deck of cards today. They smell weird.
Well, funny you mention
like
that.
as soon as I open the box, there's a weird smell.
Well, funny you mention that, because if you look really closely at the 9, you can see he's sponsored by Bicycle playing cards. So that's pretty funny coincidence. Of course, he's mainly sponsored by Harley Davidson, but you can very smallly make out the Bicycle playing cards logo. As it seems behind him, they've sort of gradually formed this a 3rd lane that may be the solution to...
I will look at those cards later if they smell. I'll be back.
Alright.
I'm sorry, if phone's ringing.
Gotcha. It seems that 3rd line just has a lot more speed, and that may be the solution to getting past the 28 and 9. We'll see how well they do. So far, it's mainly in the rear of the pack. And it's still going to be these two just fighting it out. But definitely, if Mick Morgan wanted to make a move, I'm sure someone, at least one person, might go with him. It's just each driver is not able to clear the other. But now Mick Morgan, it looked like he may have been trying to...
I am back. What did I miss?
Absolutely nothing. Actually, you just got back right in time as the 28 finally had enough speed to clear the 9. He's back in... He's now dominantly controlling the pack now. But he's going to go back up to the outside. That may have been a mistake, but now he's going to be able to clear the 9. So I think they're good. I was worried about the ticker not changing when I was scared. Now McMorgan's going to take it 3 wide for the lead. He's going to get the lead right there. Nice move by McMorgan. Managing to take the lead. Oh, and there's the 87 of the Fredbear fan. Going definitely a lot slower than the leaders. As he's going to fall back into 3 wide traffic. That's never so good if you're that car. Because then you're going to either wad them up or crash them. And it's definitely not something you want to have. I need a F12, F12. Okay, so this is what brought out the caution. Remember the 87? They caught back up to him, and yeah, that did wad back field, and that was turned. Well, that got him 4 wide, and that got Bobby Kinger in the 99 just...
They have someone spinning out.
Hard in the wall, yeah.
Bit of a crash there, but...
Yeah, and that'll...
Sorry, I'm not good at commentary.
Yeah, that's good. That's fine. And that's what brought out the first caution of the day.
I don't even know if I'm heard right now.
No, you're good. You're good. Either that or I sound schizophrenic, and that'd be pretty funny. But, you know, just talking to absolutely no one. That left a few cars damaged. You see Bobby Kinger there with a decent amount of damage to the side of his car there. But we'll be right back with more LaGouch Cup Series racing after the caution. Welcome back to more LaGouch Cup Series racing at Daytona 500, the first race of the season, first race ever. And we're going to be bringing back under caution. The only car to retire from the session was the 30, Fred Kalau. Hate to see it. It's going to green. I'm not sure what they're doing here, but they're going to be starting right next to each other. As we're going to see, is we're going to take the green flag going back right at the halfway point. And the 21 of Ricky Damar Jr. is going to lead us off. They go 29, the 80, and the 87 are a lap down due to damage, so they may slow up the field yet again. But we'll see how they fare so far there.
Captain Hank must be practicing his career as a mime because he is silent. I am not good at commentary alone.
Wait, hold on. Am I muted? Oh, crap. Oh. Okay, I should no longer be muted on Discord, I hope.
You're not. I can hear you again.
Okay. And I was gonna... for a second, I thought you were, like, talking about my driving, and I was like, I've never heard that expression.
No, I'm talking about you just not talking.
Yeah, no, but then as soon as you said doing commentary alone, I was like, oh, okay, I must be muted still. Anyways, so yeah, sorry about that. As we're gonna be going back, or well, we did go back. Green. Yeah, the 29 and the 87 is sinking like a rock down through the field. As Gabe Newell, Smith Johnson, and Mick Morgan, as well as Ricky Damar Jr., able to make it out of the lap car, slowing everybody down. I am tired. They're 3 wide for second. 3 wide for second is Ricky Damar Jr. on the inside. Definitely the preferred lane. He's going to get it. And Gabe Newell's going to fall back down to 4th. Smith Johnson's going to stay in 3rd. And John Luther on the inside. He's going to fall in the line as there's about a car length and maybe a half between each car here. Smith Johnson now just doesn't have enough speed to make a pass. Ricky Damar Jr. looked like he may have been able to make a pass, but Mick Morgan is going to throw the block on him. Now Smith Johnson going to go pass for second. So John, I asked you this a little bit ago, but now that we're, like 24 more laps in, how are you liking the race?
It is the best NASCAR race I've ever seen.
You won't be able to say
I wasn't sure before, but I definitely am now.
Yeah, well, you might not be able to say that next week, depending on how it is.
Oh yeah, true.
But for right now, given that this is
Well, I can say that. Well, I can say that 4 now. How about that?
Yeah, good for now. But definitely keep the single file train going. As Gabe Newell is going to be on the inside of Smith Johnson and being pushed by the 20 of Danny Devon. As when people sink through the ground momentarily, it's just part of life, you don't have to talk about it. As Gabe Newell is they're really close together, but no one really making any passes. They've been staying single file line here for a number of laps. I guess no one just really has the confidence to go for a pass. Maybe they think that, but usually when someone steps out, another person will follow. We'll see if anyone has that philosophy here. Tony Ogle, well, no one helped him there, so I guess maybe no one is gonna drop down.
They're making a left turn. Yes, they're making a left turn. Yeah.
They sure are turning left. But maybe John thinks this is more like regular motorsport where it's mostly road courses. Here it's mostly ovals, so that's pretty much all they do. Well, there's Bobby Kinger, I'd say the main victim of that crash, and he's gonna look like he may have just plowed right into the, or it may have looked like the pack there was just gonna plow right into him, but luckily they managed to slow down in time. But that's left Gabe Newell and Mick Morgan all by themselves, fending for the lead. Side by side, no one really having any backing, so I'm sure Mick Morgan will be faster on the straights, but Gabe Newell will definitely be faster on the turns. It's just going to be these two duking it out. Morgan not able to clear Gabe Newell going into the turn. I'm going to say side by side here with a about 3 second and a couple tenths lead over everyone else. But I'm sure they'll catch back up to him relatively soon. And I should probably do an F12 F12 and we'll do it at 35. I think that'll be good. Here, I think I can just look up here and what's it at? Oh, it's only like 5 minutes. Okay, we're good. So yeah, no, it's just been these two, but it doesn't look like the pack actually has gained any time on them, as Mick Morgan has cleared the 3. And with no pack support, it doesn't look like Gabe Newell's really going to be able to make a pass unless he can slingshot. The smart thing to do might just be able to hold that off and wait till the last couple laps here. Richard Splash has taken the lead of this pack, followed by the 11 and the 21, who is making a pass for 4th. That sounds right. Making a pass for 4th now. Now going to the inside. He's going to try and pass his teammate. As they are running about... No, actually they're going about the same speed, so... Unless the guys back there can make it much faster, I don't think they'll make it back. Well, then again, we're gonna have 15 to go this time by. So really, absolutely nothing is closed yet.
Or might just stay in the lead the whole time. Who knows?
Yes, they could, but it's very rare as the guys behind him have been making up time. They've now gotten it down to 2 seconds and 7/10. So as long as they keep this pace, they should be able to get back up to him fairly quickly. But Gabe Newell just obviously not being able to make any sort of moves on the 4. Cut back to here's 21's leading this group here. It is mostly single file racing. There's a little bit of passing every now and again. Also, cars just go through the floor. You don't have to bring it up. It's fine. Cars just go through the floor like that. It's Henry Hilberg.
Yeah, you know, that just happens.
Yeah, Henry Hilberg now going for a pass on the 21. I'm going to do it now just to be safe. Alright, there we go. As they're, looked to be briefly, momentarily 3 wide for the lead. I didn't mean to take the pace car, but we did. As now we have 3 wide for the lead. Tony Ogle on the inside getting past Smith Johnson. As now Gabe Newell and Mick Morgan, they're coming up on some lap cars. Mick Morgan goes high, Gabe Newell goes low. And Mick Morgan's going to get the best of it by going up high. So lap cars, Fredbear went down in front of Gabe Newell, and if Mick Morgan didn't already have good enough lead as he did, now he's got multiple car lengths on Gabe Newell. Certainly a nearly insurmountable deficit by everyone else. We will see. As Gabe Newell definitely got screwed over there. But Mick Morgan just able to get past going high, that was a very nice move indeed. Gabe Newell, he's probably not going to go down without a fight. I think he may be, the Ford definitely has the most amount of clean air in front of him. But Gabe Newell, he's catching up rather quickly, actually. He's made up a lot of time in just the last lap alone. And he's already got it down to a car length. And he's going to go for a pass for the lead. Or Bobby Kinger in the 99. No, he's going to block the 3 car again. He's going to have to try what he just did all over again. That must be so frustrating for Gabe Newell. As now the pack has come back up behind them. Richard Splash and Justin Malachi, Lycee Allen in the 6. They're making their way up front. Could possibly help Gabe Newell get back to the 4 even faster.
You know, now that I think about it, I don't think we've seen 29 at all this race.
We have. Also, if my car were to win literally any of these races, I think that'd just be a little egotistical. And, it's like,
I just immediately say it's rigged.
Yeah, yeah, rigged or something. It's just like, oh really, you won your own race? That's shocking. With Justin Malachi going for the lead. I don't think he's led a lap today, but he might do it now. I believe he will. He's going to manage to get by Gabe Newell and Mick Morgan. So we're only going to have 9 more laps to go. Tobias Allen now to the inside of the 7 car. I'm not saying what I know you guys are all thinking. Not doing it. But the 6 did pass. The 6 pass. The 6 did a pass on Justin Malachi. What is Justin Malachi's car number? I don't know. Could be literally anything. Is Mick Morgan now going to get by Richard Splash for 2nd place? Now coming up behind Tobias Allen, going to go on the inside on the tri-oval. Tobias Allen does lead that lap, but he's going to manage to get by. I mean, I don't think he's clear yet. He is now. Gabe Newell on the inside. Gabe Newell and Mick Morgan we're fighting very hard for the lead there, and if they keep fighting the way they are, it'll probably be one of these two. I'm having mini strokes every 5 seconds. But Gabe Newell getting real close to the back bumper of the 4. Oh, that's Joshua Queen. This is rather Joshua Queen. On the 1 car, coming up on some more lap traffic. That could complicate matters. As you saw the flames come out of his side pipes. That shows that he lifted. Very rare to see lifting at a super speedway. And manages to get the block onto Richard Splash just in time. And the one Joshua Queen is gonna fall back onto Gabe Newell. Now the 62 of Pop Mart. And I do believe they're gonna be able to get by him pretty easily. Although Richard Splash stayed on the outside. I'm not sure what plan was there. Excuse me. Morgan has managed to get away. And he'll be leading here. I think I'm going to do one more F12 when they get back around. And that should have us covered for the rest of the race. Tobias Allen and Justin Malachi fighting for the lead. Why does it have to be those 2 cars battling each other?
You know why.
Yeah, it's just... Now Gabe Newell's going to take a 3 wide for 2nd. 3 wide for 2nd place, and I do believe I saw another left car. Yes, that's the 70 of Matthew Kwick.
Number 4 keeping the lead strong.
No, but Gabe Newell, Mick Morgan got stuck behind the 70 on the high side, and that...
I jinxed it.
Yeah, you did. And that just let Gabe Newell and Justin Malachi on the inside get away with it. And now it's these 2 battling for the lead.
Number 3 sponsored by Valve.
Yeah. And Half-Life. I don't think I have F12. Hold on. No, I didn't.
No, there is a joke there, but...
Well, yeah, it's because there's no Half-Life 3. Anyways, Justin Malachi being pushed by
any 3 made by Valve.
Yeah, no, we're still waiting on Team Fortress 3, which, well, I mean, that won't come out. We're still waiting on Portal 3 and Half-Life 3.
They just cannot count to 3.
No, they can't. Mick Morgan has managed to get the lead back. Not too much longer in this race to go. If anyone needs to make it, if anyone's going to make a move, now is the time to do it. Down the straightaway, as Mick Morgan has about a 2-car length lead over the 62. Although, actually, no, I do believe the 62 of Popmar is a lapped car. Yeah, as you see. Oh, there's Bobby Kinger again. And, oh my, and Gabe Newell, he just went below the double yellow line. Then again, this is 2003, and that rule doesn't exist, thank goodness. But in modern NASCAR, if you dip below that yellow line, you will get penalized, but that's not a thing, as Gabe Newell. So I guess right now that is considered a genius strategy. Going down onto the apron to pass the 62 and the 4 simultaneously. Brilliant move by Gabe Newell. Take the lead. That was excellent, excellent work. Now it's going to be Jason Slash and Tobias Allen behind him and Justin Malachi. And Pop Mart is, like I said, he is a lap down, so not in contention for the race win. But Gabe Newell is going to take him to the line. 2 laps to go. As you see Mick Morgan there, he's got a bunch of ground to make up, but I don't know if he'll be able to do it in time. 3 wide for the lead. With only 2 laps to go, they're going to be 3 wide for the lead. And Justin Malachi on the inside with some help of the 6 car and the 62 car. He's going to take the lead. And I do believe that is the 27 in front of them. And another lap car. I think so. Yes, that is the 27 of Parker Donalds. And, the 6 and the Tobias Allen did pretty much a similar strategy to what Gabe Newell did. And man, it just completely missed the 27. And he's got so much, he's got a huge lead. And on the final lap, white flag is out. I forgot to mention that. But they only have, he's got a back straightaway and 2 more corners before he sees victory. But now Gabe Newell coming up the wheel, the back straightaway fast. The 20 of Danny Devon also there. Will he play a factor? I don't think he will. Gabe Newell charging up the racetrack fast. Is he going to go for a pass? He looks to the inside. Side by side for the race win. Gabe Newell. I don't know who won
Number
that.
3 going for the pass.
He won. Gabe Newell
He
winning.
won. Number 3.
Right at the
Number
line.
3. Right there.
1/100th of a
Reminds
second.
me. Reminds me of that one car scene.
Yeah. What an incredible last lap pass right at the line. That must be a heartbreaker.
Just barely.
Yeah, that must be a heartbreaker for Tobias Allen, though. It looked so close. He thought, I mean, if you're him, you probably might
He thought he was there.
I mean, he might still think he's won. I don't know if his crew's told him yet, but they might have. But Gabe Newell, by just the slightest, like just a bumper, got the race win. Let's go take a look at a replay of that. But congrats to Gabe Newell for winning. Let's go see a replay of that finish. And you see here the last lap pass. We're gonna slow this down a bit more. Gabe Newell being pushed by the 10 car of Richard Splash. And if you're Tobias Allen right now, you're thinking, I just gotta get to the line first. That's all that matters. And I'm sure it took him a little bit, but I think now by now he's realized that he is lost. But let's just take a look at how close this was. 10 car pushing him, and right now the 6 is still in the lead. It was a pass right at the line.
Just barely.
Yeah, just barely. Still leading, and they're maybe 50 feet away.
If number 3 was even 100th of a second late, I don't think he would have made it.
No, I don't think he would have. Now just coming to the flag here, right to the line. Now they're about side by side. And yeah, you can see Gabe Newell just barely got ahead of him. Oh, that's heartbreaking right there. You never
Absolutely. He must be crushed.
Yeah. To win this is the inaugural race. And just to lose it by that much. What a shame. But Gabe Newell does pick up the win. And let's head over to the point standings / race results, because it's the exact same. Here are the race results / point standings after the Daytona 500. Very close race, very close finish. But ultimately, Tobias Allen did finish in second, with Gabe Newell winning the race and now is leading the points. Obviously, because, that's where you finish. So Gabe Newell manages to get the win. Mick Morgan actually finished in third. I think it's because he had the most laps led. So he led 24 laps, definitely the most of anyone, nearly half the race. So I think he did end up finishing fourth, because Richard Splash finished third. But since he got the most amount of laps led, he got third, the most points. So, and as I already told you, 30 of Fred Carlisle unfortunately, he's the only DNF of that. Oh no, the 99 also DNF'd. Real shame there. But that'll be the results after the Daytona 500. But I'm sure after the next 35 races, this will look wildly different.
Of course, completely different.
Yeah, but
we might even see 29 make a comeback.
Again, John, you can't just keep pointing out my car. I mean, let's see. Where did my car finish? Okay, 34th. Okay, so it's not that great, but still.
Okay, fine. We might even see who was at the bottom again?
Fred Carlisle, the 30.
He might even come back. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But we'll see you guys next time for the State Farm 400 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. John, thank you for joining me here in the booth. Anything you want to say?
Thank you for having me.
If you want to check out John's channel, it'll probably be in the description.
Yeah, I'll also be the first comment. So.
Sure. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining me. Thank you, John, for joining me. And we hope to see you next week for the State Farm 100 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Not saying the amount of laps we're doing. Immature Gen Alphas. Sorry. It's just, that's what it is if you laughed at that. But we'll see you guys all next time. Sorry about that. And you guys all have a good day.